Imagine being on the Himalayas, in the middle of winter, where temperatures can drop to -33 degrees Fahrenheit. With a beautiful snow-covered mountain range. So vast, far and wide. It is a no wonder to us why we have yet to still discover this several million-year-old mountain range. But before we begin, here are some key terms you need to know. Archipelago. An archipelago is an area that contains a chain or group of islands, scattered in lakes, rivers, or the ocean. Delta. A river delta is a landform, created by deposition of sediment, that is carried by a river, as the flow leaves its mouth, and enters slower-moving or stagnant water. This occurs where a river enters an ocean, sea, estuary, lake, reservoir, or another river, that cannot carry away the supplied sediment. Welcome to Inflix. And in this video, we are going to share with you 10 amazing facts about Indian geography. Fact number 1. India once shared borders with Africa, Antarctica and Australia. To know more about this fact, we need to go back in time. So, hop into your time machines, and put your seatbelts on. This is going to be a long and bumpy ride. 'Cause we are going 100 million years back in time, when dinosaurs used to roam the Earth. This is the time when Earth looked nothing like modern-day Earth. You will not find Asia, or Europe, or America as it is today. All the continents were merged as one whole supercontinent called Pangaea. This supercontinent was divided into two major landmasses, Laurasia in the northern hemisphere and Gondwanaland in the southern hemisphere. Continents like Africa, Antarctica, Australia, and South America were a part of Gondwanaland, along with the Indian subcontinent. Later, in the next 10 million years, the supercontinent started breaking apart, forming what we call the modern-day continents. The Indian subcontinent started a northward advancement towards Laurasia. Which brings us to fact number 2. Fastest continent. As we all know by now, all the continents move. Even today, the land you are standing on is moving at a speed of 2 to 5 centimeters per year. But the Indian subcontinent, which started its 3,728-mile journey about 90 million years ago, during the late Cretaceous period, had a speed of 15 centimeters per year. It took about 35 to 40 million years for India to reach Asia. During the Cenozoic era, which is also known as the dawn of mammals, birds and flowering plants. The Indian plate collided with the Eurasian plate. Having moved faster than any other known plates, it was able to move quickly, because it is only half as thick as the other plates, which formerly constituted Gondwanaland. The collision with Eurasian plate caused structural deformation that created the Tibetan Plateau and the Himalayas. Speaking of the Himalayas, here's fact number 3. Himalayas was once underwater. Among the most dramatic and visible creations of plate tectonic forces are the lofty Himalayas, which stretch 1,802 miles along the border between India and Tibet. This immense mountain range began to form between 40 and 50 million years ago, when two large landmasses, India and Eurasia, driven by plate movements, collided. The Himalayas and the Tibetan Plateau to the north have risen very rapidly in just 50 million years. Peaks such as Mount Everest have risen to heights of more than 6 miles. 31 miles north of Lhasa, scientists found layers of pink sandstone containing grains of magnetic minerals. These sandstones also contain plant and animal fossils that were deposited when the Tethys Sea periodically flooded the region. The land that formed the Himalayas was once under the Tethys Sea, and thus contains marine fossils, which are found in the Himalayas, at some highest points on Earth. Fact number 4. Third highest peak in the world. The Himalayan range has most of the world's highest peaks, including Kanchenjunga, which is the third highest mountain in the world, and is the highest mountain of India. After the Great Trigonometrical Survey of India, in the year 1949, Kanchenjunga dropped from first to third position for the highest mountain in the world. Until then, it was assumed that Kanchenjunga was the highest mountain in the world. The mountain is composed of rocks that are about 445 million to 1 billion years old. India might have lost a world altitude world record of highest peak to Mount Everest, but India holds a world altitude world record for highest road. Fact number 5. World's highest road. Khardungla, the world's highest motorable road, is located at 3 miles above sea level. It is located around 25 miles from Leh City. You might be asking yourself, why should someone drive on Khardungla? Yes, it's the highest road in the world. Got it. But what else? Well, people drive there for the fantastic views. But hey! Before you start your journey, pack some warm clothes, and bring some friends along because it can get really cold and lonely. Fact number 6. Wait. Before we move to the next fact, do consider dropping a like, and if you are enjoying this video, then hit that subscribe button and turn on your notification. This will help us create more videos like this. Also share this video with your friends and family, and ask them which fact blew their mind. Now back to another world record, held by India's geography. Fact number 6. World's largest mangrove forest. Did you know, Sundarbans, the name itself casts a magic spell over innumerable adventures around the globe. It is indeed a surreal feeling to be sailing through the brackish water, amidst the dense jungle, that has been an abode to the majestic Royal Bengal tigers and some of the most venomous reptiles on Earth. It is the largest mangrove swamp in the world. This place is distinguished by the productive growth of littoral mangrove vegetation. They grow best in these salty coastal waters. So here goes another reason to love India. This archipelago is the world's largest deltaic forest. It is also known as the Bengal Delta, or the Green Delta, which is formed by the amalgamation of the two rivers, Ganga and Brahmaputra. It is spread out in an area of almost 826 square miles in India. If you think that there isn't any natural zone in India to be celebrated, you will be pleased to hear that this evergreen land of mangroves was awarded as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. These dense evergreen delta forests are homes to the majestic and fiery Royal Bengal tigers. The Sundarbans Tiger Reserve is known to have the largest number of tigers in the entire world. Also, beware of the reptiles. From poisonous and vicious snakes to wimpy chameleons, and salamanders to beastly crocodiles, if you like to steer clear of reptiles, then think twice before visiting this place. However, if you are a sucker for pristine nature, then the sight of crocodiles sunbathing on the banks of the backwaters will surely blow you away. If you love traveling through dense forests, with wild animals and even wilder nature surrounding you, then Sundarbans is simply your place to be. If you think Sundarbans is a wet place, then wait till you learn about the world's wettest place. Fact number 7. Wettest inhabited place on Earth. When asked where the wettest place on Earth is, a typical smug response might be the Mariana Trench. With more than 36,200 feet of water above it, the deepest spot in our oceans is undoubtedly wet. But, if you are discussing the wettest inhabited place on land, the answer is a little trickier. The current record holder, as recognized by the Guinness Book of World Records, is the cluster of hamlets, known as Monsoon, in India. Moisture swept from the Bay of Bengal condenses over the Khasi Hills. The result is an astonishing average annual rainfall of 467 inches. Even Rio de Janeiro's 30-meter-tall Christ the Redeemer would be up to his knees in that volume of water. If you love rain, Monsoon is not the only place to visit. India has a rainy season called Monsoon. Which takes us to the next fact. Fact number 8. Monsoon. Monsoon in India often means flooded roads and overflowing drains, but it also means a bumper harvest and a better economic climate for the country. Of course, the timing of the rains and the amount of rainfall received play a significant role. Planting of crops like rice, cotton, sugarcane, and soya bean depends heavily on the rains received. The coastal state of Kerala is the first to receive the seasonal rains. The southwest monsoon first hits the Western Ghats in the state, and then moves northward along the Western Ghats. But hey! India is not the only country that experiences monsoon. In the US, New Mexico, southwest Texas and Arizona, the season begins around mid-June and lasts till the end of September. In Europe, the monsoons are called return of the westerlies. Fact number 9. Asiatic lions. Nearly all wild lions live in Africa, but one small population exists elsewhere. There are only few hundred Asiatic lions in the wild, and they only live in the Gir forest of India, in an area that's smaller than Greater London. Lions in West and Central Africa are more closely related to these Asiatic lions in India than to those found in Southern and East Africa. Asian lions are slightly smaller than African lions. Unlike African lions, the males don't tend to live with the females of their pride, unless they are mating or have a large kill. Asian lions used to range from Turkey, across Asia, to eastern India, but the rise of firearms across the world meant that they were hunted to near extinction for sport. Fact number 10. Ostriches. We all know ostriches are native to Africa. However, there were once ostriches thriving in Indian subcontinent. Archaeologists have found beads and ornaments made from ostrich eggshells in Stone Age sites. Was it the Stone Age fashion industry that led to the disappearance of the bird? So, these are the 10 amazing facts about Indian geography. If you like the content, subscribe, leave a like, and don't forget to share some facts that you think we must know. See you in the next video.